My girlfriend's wealthy family thought I was a gold digger until they discovered I owned their entire empire. So I'm dating this amazing girl, Ella, for 8 months, and her parents finally invite me to their mansion for dinner. I pull up in my beat-up Honda, and her dad's handshake feels like touching a dead fish while he's eyeing my thrift store shirt. The valet actually tried to wave me away, thinking I was lost until Ella came running out. "He's with me," she had to shout twice before they took my keys. Dinner was basically an interrogation disguised as small talk. "So, what do your parents do?" her mom asks, voice dripping with fake politeness. I mentioned my dad's in construction, and I swear I could hear their opinion of me dropping through the floor. Her mom pursed her lips and said, "How industrious," like I'd admitted to circus work. Her father, let's call him Richard, starts making pointed comments about Ella's trust fund. "You know, relationships work better when both people contribute equally," he says, cutting his steak like he's performing surgery. He even pulled out investment portfolios during the main course, showing Ella what her future husband's finances should look like. The message was crystal clear, but that's not even the worst part. Her brother Marcus straight up asks if I've ever been to a 5-star restaurant or owned a suit that wasn't rented. "Do you even know which fork to use?" he added, pointing at my salad fork like I committed a war crime. The whole family's laughing while I'm trying not to lose my composure. The weekend gets worse. They talk around me about their yacht club, Aspen ski house, art collection, all while watching my face for signs of greed. Marcus shows photos of their new Ferrari, asking if I knew what real horsepower felt like. Her mom later pulls me aside and says, "Ella deserves someone who can provide for her, someone from her world." She actually handed me a check for $50,000 to help me move on. The final insult came when Richard pulled Ella aside during dessert, loud enough for me to hear, warning her about men who target wealthy women. Then he handed her a card for some approved bachelor from their country club. "Preston comes from good stock," he said. That's when I realized these people needed a reality check they'd never forget. What they didn't know was that my family owns a huge construction group that just acquired the shipping contracts for half the East Coast. Their company was one of our new tenants. They leased their warehouse from the Port Authority, and we just bought controlling interest in their entire operation. I made a quick call to my assistant before dessert, asking her to finalize the paperwork that night. The timing was perfect. We're sitting around the table when my phone rings. Normally, I wouldn't answer, but this was too good. "Sir, the acquisition is complete," my assistant says loudly. "The $300 million contract is ready for your signature. Should I send the new lease terms Monday morning?" I put it on speaker, watching their faces change. "Also, your father wants to know if you'll be taking the jet back to Singapore." You could hear a pin drop. Richard's face went from smug to horrified in seconds. "Wait," Ella says, staring at me. "Your last name? Your family owns that company?" Her mom dropped her wine glass, the $50,000 check fluttering to the floor. Pocket change compared to what my family made in an hour. Richard looked like he might faint when he realized his business now answered to the college kid he'd been insulting all weekend. The apologies came fast. "We had no idea," Richard stammered. "Why didn't you say something?" I picked up Preston's card and said, "I wanted to see if Ella's family would accept me for who I am." Guess I got my answer. Ella and I talked about honesty from both sides. She understood, but wasn't thrilled about the secrecy. Richard's company is still our tenant. Professional relationship only. His lease negotiations were interesting. Let's just say he's much more polite now. Ella and I broke up a few months later. Turns out we had trust issues, but she sends me Christmas cards. Last year said she was engaged to someone her parents hate, a public school teacher. "Thanks for showing me what really matters," she wrote. "Sometimes the best revenge is letting people show exactly who they are, then showing them exactly who you are."